Hi, welcome to Mikey's Video Game Madness. Today we're playing Deadly Premonition, the director's cut on PlayStation 3. Let me go and look at the options. I'm trying to cancel the load operations so we can start from scratch. Maybe I can't. I don't know. I was hoping I could. Alright, actually I can start a new game, thank goodness. Alright, so I'm gonna fix the sound. Unfortunately, they're using red as a control, as a highlighted text display, which is almost impossible for me to see in this background, so be patient with me. I would have normally done this before the video, but I wanted to make sure that you actually got to see the title screen. I know a lot of videos I haven't. Maybe if I use an analog stick it'll go faster. I know a lot of videos I don't show the title screen. Part of the charm of this video is the terrible voice acting, but we'll have to sacrifice it so you can hear me and my loss of words. Hopefully this will do. Alright. Background music is probably going to take up the most. That's good enough. If it isn't, no, I don't want to cancel them. Selected them. Yes. I'm using the microphone record feature on my device because it's easier. Because, I don't know, I kind of like the spontaneous recording of making a video and playing the game, because if I just sit there and commentate on it, it's just not the same. It's not as spontaneous, but it's also more ADD and my gameplay's weaker, so you have to give and take. I have a laptop. It's not currently hooked up or charged, so I can't do that, and I'm currently using a tower to record now, which is a lot better for recording, and that's what I'm using, and I can't really drag that into the living room. It would be so much of a hassle. Not that you guys are a hassle or anything, but you know, whatever. You can change the blood color. Why would I want that? I hate censorship. Do you wish to save them now? Yes. Or am I going to save them later? So this is a weird survival horror slash mystery game. I don't even know what to call it. It's definitely its own thing. It takes a lot of inspiration from Twin Peaks, which is really weird. Yes. If I don't have a choice. I hate that games don't give you the choice. I miss the days where you could just pull out a memory card and just start whenever you wanted to, but that's not an option here. I did not select subtitles. Fuck. But this is the director's cut, and the reason why it's the director's cut is this originally came out on the Xbox 360, and apparently the resolution was lower, if you can believe it, a better PS3 early port of something. Although this came out way later in the PS3's life, so this is actually a later PS3 port where they knew how to program it more. Though the graphics are nothing to write home about. To me it kind of looks like a slightly better looking Dreamcast title. The subtitles look like they're already on. Of course. But you've been, yeah, it's a cult hit, and it was very polarizing at the time. Some people really liked it, some people really hated it, and the reason why a lot of people really hated it is A, it might have been too weird for them, which it is pretty fucking weird. It's probably one of the weirdest games that I've ever played. And B, which is more of a reason not to like something, is apparently, according to them, I'm not commenting on a version I haven't played, unlike a lot of people do,
if you don't want to hear it,
that according to other people, the other version didn't control as well, and there was weird things like you had to pause the screen while you were driving to look at the map instead of having the map on the screen. So they addressed a lot of that stuff, the control issues and stuff, and then they added some extra scenes, but only from what I heard, very like a few, and they improved the graphics a little bit. I never played the Xbox 360 version, but I heard if you play this game, this is the version to get. But this is like Twin Peaks meets Silent Hill, which is weird to think about. Plus, it has like this life sim thing. I don't even know. This game is so weird. And I didn't even really know how many Twin Peaks references were in this game until like I actually started watching the Twin Peaks Blu-rays, which you don't have to get the Blu-rays. This frame rate still looks a little fucky to me. It looks like it's below 30. But it's not about, like, it's not really an action game. It's not, like, super difficult, so that's not really going to be a problem. But apparently this looks better than the other version.
Could you wait just a little longer?
But it does seem like David Lynch, even though this is a Japanese game, it seems like David Lynch would have something to do with this game. And this guy is obviously like mock Agent Cooper from Twin Peaks, especially the way he talks. The whole charm of this game is really just how bizarre it is. I don't know why you have to look at anything. I'm restarting the game. I started this game months ago. I really wanted to play this game again, so you guys should feel thankful that I erased my game just for you guys. Although I know many of you probably won't even be interested in this game, but that's okay. It's probably best that I restart it just so I know what the hell is going on. Sorry, this game's so weird and freaky in its own way. Kind of like Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks is fresh on the mind. Like I said, I've been watching it. And if you don't want to invest in the Blu-rays, I believe I already said this before, I'm sorry, I've had like a lot of caffeine and I'm having like a slight panic attack while I'm playing, so you have to forgive me. I didn't expect that to actually happen, but you know, you can't control it. But now that I started the game, I don't want to stop it, so I'm not trying to be disrespectful. What am I supposed to do here? I forgot. Am I supposed to sit on this fucking bench? Does it want me to investigate everything? Don't give up on watching this video yet, guys. This is like some weird hub world. have a feeling that's for costumes. But apparently, people, like, some journalists, it doesn't mean jack shit to me. I try to avoid reviews because they just kind of upset me in general, because a lot of times I don't think games get a fair shot. But I know this was the original Deadly Premonition, was one of the websites, I forgot, like, voted one of the worst games of the year or whatever. I think after I do something, they'll talk to me.
Could you wait just a little longer?
How much longer am I supposed to wait, you weird looking...
This won't take long.
Okay, shut the fuck up, you creepy... I want to call them cherubs, but they look too evil to do such things.
Sorry
I just
to
had
keep
to
you
observe the
waiting.
TV again.
It will start soon.
Well, that's promising.
It's about time to get started.
Well, the kids need to go to the bathroom or something. But anyway, the Xbox 360 version didn't get the best ratings. And just like they did with Alone in the Dark on the PlayStation 3, this is super rare for early PlayStation 3 games, or ports. When you have ports, usually 9 times out of 10, the 360 port's always going to be the better port. And I'm mainly a PlayStation player, but I'll call it as it is.
Good. I thought you went to sleep.
Like the 360 is just better at ports, but this is one of those ports that came out on 360 first, and since it got so much criticism, they went back to the drawing board and redid anything. So if this game interests you, although I'm not really giving a good demonstration of the game so far, like, definitely get this version of the game. I would suggest it anyway, just based on what the back of the box says.
Listen, they both need each other. It's called interdependency, and they both know it. Yeah, I know. He does terrible things to Tom.
Because this game's kind of clunky as it is, and I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of still clunky.
His actions. He's always asking for it. It's his partner's job.
So if the other version is somehow worse in any way, I would highly recommend this version based on if the other version's worse. But like I said, like, I haven't played the other version, so I can't comment on it, but they made a director's cut, so you're getting bonus stuff and more features, so more things are good things, even if it's the same, right? But I think they did improve it based on what the back of the box says. I'm trying to be careful, that's why I keep on reiterating myself that, and I'm super anxious.
The perpetrator from the last case really was something. Who'd have thought there'd be razors laced into her nails?
But you'll notice, like, he kind of talks to, like, this invisible friend. And it kind of harkens back to on Twin Peaks how Agent Cooper always, like, talks into that little voice recorder all the time to himself.
Don't you agree, Zach?
So what does he do when he's having a slight panic attack? He drinks more Mountain Dew. So this game's has an identity crisis, I think. But like, what's the most interesting thing about this game is it's open world. There's a lot of stuff to do, and the characters are just so bizarre. They're worth visiting. Although the graphics are some of the worst of the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 generation that I've ever seen. Graphics aren't everything, and it kind of adds to the B-movie feel. And these are supposed to be like somehow improved. I know the resolution's higher. I don't know if the textures or anything were improved at all, but this is supposed to be the better version. Although I feel like the frame rate is still low, but I heard there were frame rate issues with the other one, but like I said, I can't really comment on that one because I haven't played it. I find the older Deadly Premonition is easier to find. This one is a little bit more difficult. I actually had to go to 3 different stores to get this one. Ironically, Walmart was the one store that I was able to find it, and I actually was able to get it brand new because I wanted it new. This one has the director's autograph, and it's not autographed, but it's printed, where he has a little note to the players and stuff like this, and how this game is important, and he appreciates the people that supported it. So they must have put some work into it. It wasn't some hack job. So they really cared about what the people actually thought. Take item. I got a steel pipe. That's usually the first kind of weapon you get in Silent Hill. That or a shitty knife. The monsters in this game. Take item out. What do we have? Absolutely nothing. And that was a delightful waste of time. But yeah, when you look at the packaging of the PlayStation 3 version, it looks like it's... Well, thank you for letting me know how to do that. I'll use the steel pipe for now. L1 R, alright. So pitiful. But like I said, it doesn't matter. It's more about the atmosphere. It's not gonna hurt you at all in the game. It works where it counts. It might have just been the animation, not the actual frame rate. But according to the notes from the director, and they seem like they were actually really sincere. They worked really hard on this version of the game. And I really like this game a lot. So I'm talking about it fondly, like a B movie. Like when you go see Plan 9 from Outer Space. Zach, that's supposed to be the worst movie ever, but people go to see it on a midnight showing just because it becomes endearing just for its B movie feel. It's one of those things. And that's why the Xbox 360 version made the director go back and make this director's cut. Because he wanted more people to play it. Blood. I hope this isn't Chris's blood. Looks like the layer of the derelict spacecraft in Alien. I had to think of the name of the spacecraft, where the alien eggs are, where they have to pass through that. I think it was blue. I'm colorblind. That blue layer on Alien. This game doesn't take itself seriously at all, but it's really weird because some of the things in this game are kind of grotesque and creepy looking. Like, those things are kind of creepy looking. I don't even know what they are. Perhaps I would if I finished the game. And playing this game right now is reminding me how much I like it. And this is just the Silent Hill portion. We're not even in the small town yet. I like how you have a little can of pickles. It's a little survivalist. I've never had canned pickles before. I imagine they must taste the same, since pickles in a jar are pretty much, I mean, it might as well be in a can. They're in so much brine, I'm sure they probably taste the same. My dad used to make pickles, and they were so garlicky, I couldn't stand them. So apparently this version's also defaulted. I don't know if there's another difficulty, but I think they defaulted it to the easiest mode of the other game based on what I've read. I tried to do some research before I did this video, but I don't know if that's true or not. Switch me to the gun. I hope that's what they want me to use. I only have 16 bullets. One thing I hope they do more with the games that they've done with some of the, well, they did it with at least some of the Resident Evil titles, the newer ones. I think with the Revelations, at least on the 3DS. Get away from me. I hate games that, I don't hate the games, but I hate it when they make me shake my analog stick on the controller. It's pretty easy to get a headshot in this game. It does seem like the game's like put on it easier and the dumbest thing. That was me, not the game. And then you get medals, so you don't forget you're playing a video game. Right now that sign should say Twin Peaks, but it doesn't. Another game that's a lot inspired by Twin Peaks is Alan Wake, which I unfortunately, before my current 360 was graciously donated by Dean, who you should already check out his channel, which is Escape the Gaming, Vinny Corleone 62.
I've been through a lot of crazy
donated
situations,
the 360 for my channel.
That one takes the cake.
When I had my old 360, I had Alan Wake, but now I have it for PC.
Zach,
but I have a decent enough PC to run it, so I might do that. Cover that game at some point later in the future.
Life is fun because of the mysteries, right, Zach?
So he talks to his friend Zach all the time. Don't know who Zach is, but it's kind of like harkens back to Agent Cooper from Twin Peaks with the recorder. Except since this is newer, he has a Bluetooth headset, I guess. Unless he's just touching his ear. Kind of like people do on like really cheap movies when they pretend to be Secret Servicemen. Alright, I think I'm calming down a bit. Like before, since I was really anxious, it was hard for me to like keep my hands like steady. For you guys that don't have anxiety, it might be difficult for you guys to understand. Sometimes these videos can be stressful, even though I really like doing them. I always feel like I'm put on the spot. A lot of times I'll start editing the video and I'll think about 15 billion things to say. And I feel like I always miss the ball, and then I feel like that's why my channel's terrible, because I'm always so spacey. I don't think my channel's terrible, but sometimes I'll be like, that's why it's not as popular, it's not as accessible to people. I'm really enjoying this game, and it's so rudimentary. We haven't even gotten to the fun part yet. Well, there's lots of fun parts, there's all different aspects. I was hoping to make a short video with this game, but I knew going into this it was probably going to be impossible. But I didn't want to start from my save point. I can't remember if you could bash these. With my steel pipe. Yeah, you can bash them. I think those barrels blow up too. Let me waste some more ammo. Valuable ammo. That explosion was mind-blowing. Like, a game to me doesn't have to be perfect graphically or control-wise, as long as the game is overall fun. Sometimes, I don't know, like, if it's like cooking, like, if you took ingredients that you might not necessarily like separately, but mix them up in a stew, sometimes the stew can be, like, really good, you know? Sometimes you gotta look at games that way. I mean, you don't have to do anything, you have your own free will. But that's how I look at it. You know that. I thought we were going to be something to be reckoned with, or not to be reckoned with. If he was reckoned with, he would have easily been destroyed. But that was obviously not the case. Alright. I got another steel pipe. I'll just fit that somehow in this suit jacket. I like how his flashlight he just has a beam of light coming out of his jacket. Like I said, this game's like B-movie good. If that makes sense. This game definitely isn't for everybody. There's somehow... How the hell did that unblock where I had to go? Hopefully there's some ammunition. Oh, a lollipop. Now it can be like Kojak. Alright. Did he take it? Got a lollipop. Alright. There's two of them? It's my lucky day. There used to be this guy at the grocery store when we were kids. And we used to misbehave a lot when my mom went grocery shopping because, well, we were kids. And, fuck, don't tell me I went the wrong way. I think I did. He says I don't need to go that way. At least I think that's what he says. I don't know. It just keeps on giving lollipops. Unless I'm just not taking them. Alright. The generator's on too, so something had to unlock somewhere. I would assume, at least. But you know what assume means. It makes an ass out of you and me. I can't break that shit, right? Because we already tried that. No, apparently I didn't try hard enough. I must have either didn't hit it enough, or well, I probably didn't hit it enough. Man, everybody wants to be my fucking friend now. Did you not like that? I don't know. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Take item. I like how they actually photograph somebody wrapping their hand around a bandage. Nice touch. Yeah, go visit that barrel you seem to be oddly attracted to. Even in low fidelity, that's delightful. I need to reload my weapon. How about some bullets? Okay. Take item out. Back. Put item away. Don't I have like a spare metal rod? I thought I did. Apparently I don't. Apparently I did not take it. So this one is fucked up. So those keys on the side are clues. I don't know why you have to push X a certain amount of time to profile things, but I didn't design the game. But I got a fuse box out of it, so yay me, right? Apparently there's probably some generator around here that needs a fuse box, right? Well, I don't want to waste a bullet. Maybe the steel pipe. Why does every game make you want to shoot padlocks with a fucking gun? Does that actually work? I would be terrified to shoot a padlock with a gun. I would be so scared of it ricocheting back. Or maybe I'm just a wuss with guns, I don't know. When I was a kid and we used to shoot 22 rifles, they basically scared the shit out of us about like using guns and stuff. I'm glad I didn't walk any closer. Now, this has to be on like some easy mode. information that I read must have been somewhat correct, unless the other game's like really easy. But this is just like the prologue. Need to observe. How do I use items in this game? I like the weird menu screen, although it's sort of in your face. I don't need. Maybe he'll automatically. Where's his inventory? There's this nice little flashlight that beams out of his chest. Yes, use that. I'm an agent and electrician. Jack of all trades. Master of none. Alright. Let's get going on our journey of misfortune. Okay. I realize you guys are upset because you're probably scared. I'm guessing you guys are ghosts. They look like they're from like the Fatal Frame series. They have like supermarket doors. They would be creepier maybe if they made a different sound. I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe I just think it's really funny. They try to do that girl from the Grudge, or whatever the Japanese equivalent is called. I was never really a fan of the movie. I remember they literally freaked my sister out. I remember she couldn't watch the rest of it. She was sick right in the beginning, where it showed that girl and that little kid that made a cat sound or whatever. Shouldn't be getting bullets automatically when you kill things. Unless I'm not seeing the items and kill some backward folk. Get away from me. Fuck you. Wait, no. Fuck you. There we go. Alright. All you You know what? It wasn't the Grudge. It was the Ring where the girl moved like that. If you're not familiar with the Ring, like Alma from Fear is kind of like a copycat version of the girl from the Ring. Or I think the Japanese version was called the Ringu. It was like Ringu. I believe, if I'm saying that right. I don't know. I don't speak Japanese, so I probably could be fucking that up. There's a good chance. There's probably a lot that bitch right there. I'm just saying it because she's attacking me, not. I hate to use the derogatory term, bitch. said it in a moment of self-defense. Adrenaline was up and wasn't thinking straight, and I keep on coming out of that fucking puddle, man. I'm not even gonna bother me. Watch, I'm gonna go back right where I came from. Oh, shit. Now I have to deal with a ring wraith. See, I wasn't paying attention. Oh my gosh. Investigation failure. Continue, please. And please don't make me start the whole level over again. Oh, get away from me. I don't like any of you. I wasted too much time fucking around with you losers. Oh, now I got a whole army after me. Where the fuck is the ring wraith? Alright, there was some area that was all busted up. It might have been over here. Yeah, this looks familiar. I swore I thought about pushing X at the right time. I wasn't blessed with fast fingers. Like on Mortal Kombat, I used to have to have my friend like do the part where it's like test your might, because I just couldn't physically push the buttons fast enough to be able to chop the blocks of wood in half or whatever as you progressed further. I could do it fairly well in the arcades with like the buttons on the arcade, but like on the console version on the Sega Genesis, I was just a lost cause when it came to that part. I could probably get past the wood part, but that's about it. So, if my calculations are correct, we're about to be introduced to a completely different kind of game if you manage to stay that long.
There's definitely something in this town. Do you feel it, Zach? My coffee warned me about it. Yesterday morning, the milk I poured in my coffee made a
since
song.
I'm probably not going to get as far as I would like, he gets his clues from his coffee. This will probably be a longer video than usual. I know that's terrible coming from me because my videos are already long. But there's just no way of like covering this game in a short amount of time, because it just changes so much. Can't believe I was able to run past those enemies like that. So we actually have a map now. I don't know if it was driving or not, but apparently one of the things they supposedly fixed in this version was to have the map on screen. You can see his stamina is going up. Apparently he didn't run track in high school. He's about to die. Alright. Maybe somebody who has played the original can tell me the differences based on watching my video, so I know. Because all I can tell you is based on what I've read and what the director said in the book that the game comes with. I'm glad I got it new. That's what I wanted to do to begin with, but it was kind of hard to find. Maybe it's easy to find where you guys are. I see the Xbox 360 version used though all the time. So I get the impression a lot of people didn't like this game, at least on the Xbox 360. Now the PlayStation 3 version, this director's cut, seems to be hard to find in general, at least around here. So I don't even really see used copies of this game.
If you don't mind me asking,
And when I bought this new copy, I think I bought the last one. So I don't know if this game is rare or not.
She's easy on the eyes. Definitely worth a trip to the primitive world. By the way, don't mention anything about what happened back there. She'll think you're a psycho.
But yeah, like he definitely has like the personality of Agent Cooper from Twin Peaks.
I'm the sheriff, George Woodman. Call me George.
And that detective wears the same cowboy hat as the other detective in
FBI Special
Twin
Agent
Peaks,
Francis York Morgan.
although he doesn't look
Please,
like a
just
cowboy
call me York.
like he
That's
does
right.
in this game. But there's little references
Could you tell me why the FBI is so interested in
to
this
Twin
particular
Peaks, excuse me,
Let's just say it's a personal interest.
based on the dialogue, but obviously I can't cover this whole game on one video.
Both our superiors have cleared this
And
up.
I'm not sure how interested you guys are going to be in this video, so I don't know if I'll revisit this game or not. Maybe I will in a review or something, because I'm thinking about doing reviews. I just don't really know how to go about it quite yet.
I'm the one fixing them one by one and maintaining peace and order. You can have your profiling sample, but I need you to understand.
Because that means, excuse me, that means that I'll have to
By the way, George, I had a little accident with my car.
have the recorder hooked up at all
Someone
times.
take care of it.
And sorry,
Oh,
like I
right.
drink
Some
soda and
luggage
have
are still inside.
reflux and it's making me choke.
All right.
But
I'll get my assistant Thomas.
I know I'm like a mess, but I've just got over being sick. That's why my throat's kind of sensitive. But yeah, like as I was saying, like it means I have to have the recorder on at all times and dump a bunch of data.
Join you on your investigation.
And I'm sure it would be super easy, especially with the computer I have now, with the amount of RAM and stuff I have in it. It would just be super time consuming and new, and it's kind of overwhelming, and I don't know what game to start out with. I'll probably start with something short if I do a review. I don't like to tell people whether to buy something or not to buy something, because I always feel like in order to really experience a game, you need to experience on your own, and I like to place my own opinion, but at the same time, sometimes if somebody really values your opinion, they're not going to like every single game that you like, so there's still that chance that people won't like your game. But I mean, at the same time, I'm able to play a game and not like it and still see if it's like a quality game or decent enough game or whatever. Just because I don't like a game doesn't mean that it's necessarily bad, you know? But I also can tell if a game's broken and absolutely not fun. So I just don't know how I would like score a game or how I would come to the conclusion. Maybe I'll have like, you might like this game if you like this or so and so. I don't know how to go about it. But anyway, ideas are floating around. Hopefully the channel will definitely improve in a lot of ways. But I'm sure somebody will find something to bitch about, because if they didn't, it wouldn't be the internet.
Previously during the investigation.
I don't want to watch previously. I just played the investigation.
It's broken. I've been using that one for a long time.
So it's so weird that this old guy's telling the story of
This TV
my
is
gameplay.
important to you, right?
So weird.
It's got some memories attached to it, sure.
That teddy
used
bear
to
looks
watch
like it's
movies
made out of
on
dog
this thing
shit.
with your grandma all the time.
Grandma liked movies?
Very malleable
She did.
dog shit
Everyone
that's
loves
able to be
movies,
made out of
right?
it.
I love
It's
movies
able
too.
to be made into a bear
I've never
shape.
been to a movie theater.
Bear-shaped dog shit. Sometimes things sound funnier if you like break down the syllables. First day of the investigation. What? I don't have the angels. What? I get a card. Well, they're angels. If they were angels, they wouldn't have made me wait like that. Do I gotta look at the TV again? You know what? I don't even see a TV. Let me get out of here. Why does this guy hallucinate like that? That's kind of weird. He's still stuck in the horrible dream. Red, my favorite color, yet I'm red and green colorblind. Isn't that ironic?
York.
I guess I like it so much because when I actually can see it vibrantly, it sticks out to me. So it's special.
Don't breathe. Hold your breath. They can't see you if you hold your breath.
Is breath that bad?
Hurry. Like this. Cover your mouth.
You don't think it can go between the crevices of your finger? It just looks like somebody farted like really bad. This is so weird. Okay, we did it. It's really close, and it's supposed to be suspenseful. Come on. I've shot enough of these guys in the head. They're not really scary anymore. I have a kid in PJs save me, for crying out loud. What good am I?
Who are you?
He's not gonna tell me, is he? He had a really good grip of that doorknob for just touching it with his fingertips. A can of pickles? Okay, are you gonna wake up? at some point. Thank you for waking up at some point.
Zach, the symbolism in my dreams continues to intensify. A forest of red trees, a carpet with red leaves, a strange doll, and twin angels. But that child is what bothers me the most. I swear I've seen him before. I just can't remember where.
Okay, Agent Cooper. Are you allowed to smoke in the bedroom?
Well, it'll probably come back to me eventually.
Oh, look in the background.
For now, we
there's
need coffee.
two falls like Twin Peaks. Never noticed that before, but that's just because I've been, like
Let's
I
head
said,
to the cafeteria,
I have Twin
Zach.
Peaks fresh in my mind.
I hope they have some real coffee. I really need some coffee. Then we can head to the sheriff's office. There's a proper procedure for everything, right, Zach?
If you watch Twin Peaks, that's one of the things that he wanted. Agent Cooper, when I say he, because there's a ton of characters in Twin Peaks, and he has a coffee, and he's like, ooh, that's good damn coffee. I guess this one's a little bit more involved, but you can tell why coffee's a big deal to him on this game. What the hell is that show about? Is that logs? I believe you get money for shaving. Look at those reflections. Oh my gosh. I can't remember which one's the bathroom and which one is it. I imagine that's the entrance. This must be the bathroom. That's a fancy bathroom door. Okay, how long does it take to shave? And I got money for shaving. What is in here? I have a bad habit of exploring even fictional areas. Don't invite me to your house, I might snoop. Do I need to take anything from here? Can of pickles, maybe? Everything seems to be in my possession. All the health I can get. Can of pickles. I'm just playing suspenseful chords, even though I'm just doing simple things like taking things out of the inventory. Alright. Now, they literally made this the size of a real hotel. So, hopefully I can find the right way. That coffee. Let me save again because I'm OCD. Great. We made some money. This game sort of reminds me, there was like an old Dreamcast, and it might have not come on Dreamcast here. I think it might have. It was released on Dreamcast in some country.
Is ready for you.
But there's a game called Headhunter that the open nature of this kind of reminds me of. but this is
Thank
more
you,
like
Mrs.
Silent Hill meets
Polly Oxford. Just Polly
Twin
is fine.
Peaks.
Well then,
Meets,
thank you, Polly.
I guess Headhunter,
starving.
but it's easier to say Grand Theft Auto for an open world game.
Is everything all right, Mr.
They
Morgan?
have the table from
Yes, it's delicious, Polly.
the 1989
My compliments to the
Batman
chef.
film.
I'm
Apparently.
hoping my cooking will bring back repeat guests. Honestly, though, it's been a while since anyone has stayed
You
here.
ever
couldn't
hear me
help
say
but notice.
That's because I have
Aside from
ADD
you and
I'm
me,
trying
there
to buy
seems to be no
myself
other
time
guests or
to
workers
find
around.
out what I really want to say.
What's that?
Little insider information there.
The salt's in that white shaker there.
Thank you. I was wondering if there were any other
This
guests
is like
or
very
workers
David
here.
Lynch, where
Oh,
it's
no,
like
no one else. My husband and I
unnecessarily
used to run this
weird,
place,
but
but
not
he's
too
in heaven
weird.
now.
Although
You've been
we
working
fought
here
a bunch
alone
of
since then.
ghost things. I don't
Must be
even know what
hard
they
by
are.
yourself.
Oh my.
So
We're all
far,
out of
you've gotten
pepper.
a taste of weirdness.
I'm very sorry.
It must be difficult to run a hotel by yourself.
Well, yes, I suppose. I could just live on my pension. But I have to admit, running a hotel is kind of like a hobby of mine.
That's nice.
There's some weird characters.
Polly, it
Unfortunately,
might
we're
help to
not
hear
going to
you
have
better
enough
if you
time
could
to
sit
meet
a little
them all.
closer.
Oh my, Mr. Morgan, you're embarrassing me. So early in the day, too. I think I'm a little too old for you.
And I still love my departed husband. May God rest his soul. I appreciate the invitation, but I'm fine over here.
Polly, I can hardly hear you from all the way over there.
You're exaggerating. This is fine. It won't do to be all
do remember
clumped
this
together
part
with such a
dragging on a
large
bit.
table and cafeteria. We have to make use of
I'll
all
try to
this
get
space.
straight to the coffee.
Now tell
There's
me,
really one
that
last
wound
thing
on
I
your
want to
face.
show
What happened?
before
Let's just say I had some
tie
trouble
everything
during
up.
the last
And in this
case I was
video,
working on. I'm sure it'll heal. It's just a flesh wound.
Oh my, well, there's no need to be the tough guy here. I want you to be
but
able
there are
to
RPG
relax
elements,
here.
and I mean
I've prepared
RPG
a
elements
special
like
room
talking
for
to
you.
people.
A
I don't
famous
think you
rock
gotta
star
worry about
once stayed in the
stats or
same
whatever.
room, you know.
Really?
Or at least from what
I
I
feel
played,
honored.
it's more like Silent Hill with all the inventory management and shit.
I'll help you out in any way I can.
Or you can say
The lady
Resident
is offering
Evil.
to help. Do you want to ask her about the town?
No,
What
not
is
at
it,
the
Mr.
moment.
Morgan?
Oh, nothing. I just said that these bacon and eggs are the very best I've ever tasted.
Oh, really? You flatter me again.
Well, Mr. Morgan, I'd better start cleaning up. You just take it easy. I'll bring your coffee out in a moment.
Thank you, Polly. I have to warn you, though. I am very particular about my coffee.
Look, Twin
The
Peaks
very
reference.
best you have, please.
I understand. I'll be right back with it.
Agent Cooper was very particular about his coffee. I can't remember if he compliments her on her coffee on this, though. I don't know if he gets as enthusiastic as Agent Cooper. Somehow he gets clues out of his coffee. I don't know why.
Did you see that, Zach? Clear as a crisp spring morning. F.K. in the coffee. I knew I could count on it. Never fails. Now then,
What a
Let's
creepy
get
ass
going.
smile that was. Oh, he didn't compliment her on the coffee. He's really excited to go outside, can't you tell? He's about ready just to tackle the doors instead of opening them. Okay. I got you. Thank you for letting me know the stats. So apparently you can go fishing on this. I haven't played this game nearly as much as I would have liked. I don't know if you heard the have. It's probably because I didn't say it.
A police car.
It's simple little things, but that is one blurry message.
So we have King George to thank for preparing a car for me. A pleasant surprise, eh, Zach? Let's take it for a spin.
But it's a simple thing, but I do like being able to drive to where I have to go. Unless I have to do it over and over again. Like if I fail something.
I have to tell you, Zach,
like
this
the
place
old Grand Theft Auto
simply
games.
amazes me.
If I failed a mission that was
keys
really
were left
hard,
on the
then it
front
would
hood.
be kind of annoying.
And nobody stole the
It's
car.
not a big deal here.
Values.
And it's getting cold
This
out.
town
It's
has
snowing.
what the country
It's
needs.
accumulating really fast.
Values.
It's the third
Let's head over to the
snow
sheriff's
we've got.
department.
It's crazy. All right. So there's a ridiculous amount of controls for driving, as you can see. I'm a cop. Do I really need to use my signal? Windshield wipers on and off. I don't think these people ever played a driving game before. We've got change view. Alright, I think we looked at this long enough. I'll figure it out as I go. I got a flare, because I'm probably going to get in a wreck. So apparently the map wasn't there before. I don't know if that's true or not. This car was really fast. The handling on the car isn't the best, but this isn't a driving game, so. If you're wondering, I'm probably a terrible driver. And at least I like that. It has an interior view to add to that immersion. So you can see the pseudo Dreamcast-like graphics in all their glory. Alright, I think we're getting somewhere. Unfortunately, this isn't like Grand Theft Auto where they draw you a line. You kind of gotta guess. It's like the old Grand Theft Auto, the older Grand Theft Auto games on PlayStation 2. You kind of gotta guess the vicinity of where everything is. I'm gonna be polite and use my turn signal. Turn it off. If you want a gigantic map, you got one. Of course, things like that happen and you have a gigantic map in your face like that. But at least you have the option. At least I don't have to pause and try to find out where I have to go. It's nice to have something. But you can visit all these places and actually go inside. It actually is a small town, which is kind of cool. You can change the view. I just forgot what button that is. It's not start. There we go. Kind of takes away from the immersion a little bit, but it's a little easier to control. Nothing in this game controls exceptionally well, but all the little things added together make for a good stew, a gameplay stew, if you will. And we're making it to the sheriff's department soon, I hope. I'm a cop, I can do whatever I want. I forgot what the emergency brake was. Oh, that button there. And this is the upgrade of the game, so I don't know what the other game is like.
That's one fine building for such a small town.
That looks clearer than the rest of the
exterior
game.
woodwork is
I don't know why.
spectacular. Don't you agree,
Those
Zach?
wires could use some anti-aliasing. I'm glad they have like random things to find to gain your health. Like country ham and a can of pickles and a lollipop. Don't ask about the way he moves.
Pleasure to meet you, Agent Morgan. We've been expecting you. I'm Thomas McLean, the sheriff's assistant.
I'm not ending the video here because
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
A little bit stereotypical,
It's what
but
everyone
I'm
else
just
calls me.
ending it here
Very well
because I
then,
just
Agent
wanted to show
York.
you guys
I believe
the
I owe you a
driving
thank you for
segment and
retrieving
how
my
you get from
belongings from my
point A to
car.
point B.
Thanks.
And
no,
then
no, just doing my job.
From here on, this part, you actually
I want to help do
investigate the
everything
morgue
I can to help the
of
investigation.
like the body that was found.
I just can't believe Anna was murdered. She was such
And,
a bright and lovely girl.
And you talk
Did
to
you know her
people
well?
and stuff like that. But I think this
Well,
is a
no,
great
not really.
alternative
But
from
it's a very
any
small
game,
town.
really. If you want something
I'm sorry.
completely different,
It's just that
just be
this is the first
prepared
really
to
big case I've ever seen.
not have the best graphics and deal with control
I
that
understand.
isn't
Just
the
try
best.
to
But
relax.
like I said,
Can I have a look at Anna's
sometimes
file
if
now?
you mix a lot
Yes, of
of
course. sheriff told me to
mediocre
let you through to the
ingredients
meeting
into
room,
a
but
stew, sometimes that stew
I've lost the
turns
key
out
to
to
the
be
cabinet where the
fantastic.
files are.
In my opinion, that's
Why don't you take a
exactly
look
what
around
this
while I
game
go look
is.
for it?
And
Okay. Let me know
from
when
what
things
I've
are ready.
played, I haven't played it to the end. I've enjoyed it thoroughly.
Zach,
So,
Thomas appears to
thank
be
you guys
the
so much for
kind
being
and sensitive
patient
type,
and watching.
totally
And
at
if you
odds
like
with
this
the
video, please
monarch.
click a like.
Almost a
And
good
I
setting for a
will
cartoon.
talk to you guys on the next video. Thanks again for watching. Take care. Bye.